So, as we promised you guys, we're coming to you live. Well, actually it won't be live for you, but we're coming to you from a
we are alive.
New location. Just a quick look around. Not much to see yet since we're still moving stuff.
Yeah, we're in the process.
We're still in his basement. We're missing lots of models. We're missing banners, and we're missing seating. We need a sofa in here. But other than that, we have the most necessary thing: the table.
The table.
And a loser. No finger pointing. This is Svein and Damon.
You are Damon.
I'm Damon from Tabletopbattle.com.
Yes.
And we are about to play Guadalcanal.
No.
Wake.
Wake up.
Wake up. We're about to play Wake.
1941 Wake is the mission or the battle we're going to play. This is a battle that was drawn out. It started 8th of December and lasted, I think it was around 20 or something of December. The Japanese tried 2 times to invade the island. The second time they made it. And that is the part we're going to recreate in this scenario.
This is the follow-up game from the previous game, obviously, where the Japs lost horribly due to their own kamikaze pilots.
Yes.
Luckily for Svein, he doesn't have any pilots this time.
No planes. This scenario is inspired by a military historian, Gerard Lannigan,
who got in touch with us
and filled us in with a lot of nice touches and details about the battle. Actually, he wrote a paper about it some 20 years ago. So he is represented in this game as Gunnery Sergeant Bill
Blame.
Yes, and that is from a movie.
He will be using, well, the heavy machine gun.
He is the heavy machine gun.
The most deadly ducka we have on the table.
Correct.
Well, for the Americans anyway.
For the Americans. And of course, as usual, I will put a link to the Wikipedia page in the description field below, so that you can go and read a little bit about the battle. The table is exquisite, as always.
He's saying that because he set it up.
I set it up.
With a little historical help.
Yes. So since we have already started with showing the table and talking about the mission, we can just tell you what the objectives are. The first objective is the one you see over there.
Yeah, I'll go over this way. The airport command tower.
Yeah, this is the tower.
Objective number 1.
Objective number 1, I need to be within 3 inches and no enemy units within 3 inches to hold that.
Objective number 2.
Objective number 2 is the HQ hut. Not necessarily the HQ, but the HQ hut.
The building itself.
The building itself. Same there, 3 inches. That counts as hard cover. This counts as hard cover when you're on top, light cover when you are downstairs. These are of course hard cover. This is light cover.
And you move normal speed when going over the hills, no running.
No running, you walk. This is just some eye candy. It's to symbolize palms that have been cut down to make these barriers, and they are in the process of clearing the way. It's
just normal terrain, but eye candy.
Yeah, it really doesn't give you cover or anything, because it's just one.
We have a blown up airplane.
We have a blown up airplane just to symbolize all the wildcats that were destroyed in the Japanese attack. That provides hard cover, of course.
We have blown up
5-inch guns. This is also to just be a bit historical, because they had a lot of 5-inch guns and heavy machine guns and machine guns that repelled the first attack by the Japanese. And then the Japanese sent off a lot of airplanes to take it out, and they managed to destroy all the guns. The logs, the same as these, provide hardcover. This guy provides hardcover. Only 2 guys can, or 4 guys can shoot if you're directly behind it.
The entire unit is hidden.
Yeah, like in the Guam battle.
The deployment is particular or special for the Americans in this scenario.
It is.
The front line of barriers that you see here, my 3 MMGs/HMGs
Yep.
will be deployed in one of these bunkers, but Surviving doesn't know which one.
Correct, but that is 1 MMG/HMG per. You cannot have 3 in one.
No. And on the second line barriers, I will have 2 US Marine squads deployed, also hidden if I choose.
They are to support the medium machine guns.
And lastly, we have 1 veteran Marine squad, represented as an engineer squad in this game, that will arrive by reserve, possibly, from round 2.
Yeah.
And they will enter from this board edge.
That is correct. And then you have the HQ, which you can position wherever you like.
Yes.
So the point is, you start with your units on the table, and I will, as in the Guam battle, enter from this small stretch of sea.
The Americans are rocking 519
points.
And the Japs
1000! Banzai!
So let's hope they keep the planes away so you don't decimate down to 500 points from round 1.
We need to win this game.
You do need to win this game.
But you are in hardcover. You have 11 shots coming in at me. If I move a little bit up here, you get short range also, hitting me on 2s. You can decimate 1 squad each turn.
We'll be right back with Forces Introduction.
We will.
So the entirety of the US Armed Forces are regulars, with 1 exception. We will get to that. And we will start introductions with Mr. HQ Man. In this case, represented by Patton and Mr. Paul H.
It's very fitting, since it's actually Paul H. that painted that model.
Yes, so Patton represents...
With rifles.
With rifles. Commanding a US Marine squad, we have Mr. Muma. Did I pronounce it right?
Muma sounds right.
Yeah. The squad is equipped with a BAR and a submachine gun.
3 rifles.
And 3 rifles. Commander Weaver also commands... What the hell are you doing? Our command... Mr. Weaver is commanding a Marine squad, also equipped with a BAR, submachine gun and rifles.
Yes.
Then we have the Simons, who are the veterans on the table. Equally equipped though, 1 BAR and a submachine gun and 3 rifles.
Yeah, so that's Commander Simon and wife.
Yes. Here we have what is leftover Marine personnel. They make up Navy personnel. They make up a Marine squad with no upgrades. So there's 5 rifles.
Yep.
Equally equipped is the Drax units. These are aircrew pilots that are grounded, given guns to defend the airfield, since they don't have any planes to fly anymore. We have Gunnery Sergeant Bill Blaine, who is responsible for the correct history behind this battle. He is, as we said earlier, commanding the heavy machine gun, ready to lay waste to the Japs. And lastly, we have Mr. Shepard and Sergeant Williams, both sporting medium machine guns, also regulars, ready to take on the oncoming horde.
These 3 guys, or these 3 commanders, will be in the front line of fighting.
Yep, I will do what I can, but no promises.
Yeah, just a quick, if you wonder about these color thingies, a big open arc here means that this is a 1...
If you die, you're not coming back.
Correct. This black here means you have unlimited lives.
And this
one means that you have 1 resurrection. And this is, of course...
for us to make it easier to remember.
Yeah, but this is of course people that are supporting us on patreon.com/tabletopbattle.
Yep. And with that, we move to the JAPS.
We do.
Yes.
For the Japanese, this is the entirety of the force. 11 order dice versus the US 9 order dice, but of course I have almost double the number of points. First up we have the HQ. This is one second lieutenant armed with a sword, and his attendant has a submachine gun. Then you have Commander Blaney. He was also with us in the Wake game. He is now commanding a regular infantry squad with rifles and submachine gun for the NCO and a light machine gun. Hickman, the fourth, if I am correct, he was also with us in the last game, and he is also commanding a regular squad, 8 men with submachine gun for the commander, 5 rifles and light machine gun with loader. So these two squads are exactly the same. Then we have McCormack, Commander McCormack, who is commanding this 10-man squad of veterans. So they are veteran infantry. They have a submachine gun, and they have a light machine gun and a loader, and the rest are rifles. Then we have Commander Brooks, who also was with us last game and took the fatal airstrike.
My fault.
So he is commanding the same squad as he did then, and that is the veteran squad with the mortars, the light mortars included. Only this time we have 3 light mortars. So 11 men, 1 officer, NCO, with rifle, and 4 riflemen, and then 3 light mortars with loaders. Then we have Commander Ansenberger, who is commanding this 9-man regular squad, only rifles. And this unit here, which has no named commander, is also a 9-man regular squad with rifles. Then we have a regular medic with 1 guy. That will be interesting, first time I use a medic. Then we have a regular sniper team over here. Then we have Commander Greenwood, and he was also with us in Guam, where he commanded the same unit, the light mortar team. And last but not least, we have a medium machine gun team over here. So those are the 1000 points of Japanese, and we are now ready for round 1.
So it's the start of round 1, and the forces have left the airfield and taken up positions. The only deployed US units is Airman Drax.
Airman Drax, yes.
Yes, taking up a defensive position in the tower. We have Commander Paul H., who was near the gun line commanding when they got blown up, along with Sergeant Tyro. They are the 3 units deployed for the US. The rest will be somewhere along this line in cover. What we decided to do is look away from the hidden deployment in the rulebook. I have marked where my units are deployed, and they will only be revealed if they move, shoot, or get hurt by one of Svein's mortars.
Many mortars.
And he can fire a round into one of these if he chooses. He doesn't need to see a unit, he can just fire around and hope that there's something there. Of course he needs a 6 to hit, and then a 6 to kill, but he can still find them if he can hit them.
But I get penetration on my mortars, so...
It will be 4 to kill.
Yeah.
Addition to that, we can tell you quickly, while Svein figures out what he wants to do with his first die. Hardcover.
We did that.
We did that?
Yep.
Okay, screw that. Your turn.
My turn. I got the first die.
What do you want to do?
It's not good that I got the first die, since I don't know where it is, but I can just go for it. I have no mortars here, so no point in me doing something. So this guy will This is sand. They shouldn't be allowed to run. They have to advance.
Advance.
So they will advance.
You just don't want to run within 6.
That's a good point, actually. But at the same time, I should try to get...
You need to get within kamikaze range. Banzai!
Banzai! Well... Actually, I think I'd want to play it safe. This is the normal walk range, 6 inches. That I can move, and that means...
You're within 6 regardless.
Yeah, no. If not,
if you don't have to move the full 6.
I don't have to move the full 6. So I will just move them here. Yeah, that fits, because the guys in the back can't get any further.
Okay, so that's your first move.
That is my first move.
I still think I should be able to blow up the boats. And what do you know? Sign gets a second die.
This looks very familiar.